Okay.
And
So
how are you?
today, again, another day. I hope you all had a wonderful day and study mindfulness. Some of you send me passage saying mindfulness is Tanchip sent me a message saying in his view mindfulness is to recall the state of our mind or thoughts that recently happened and acknowledge them as they are without any judgment. So this is Tanchip sent me, and Monit sends me saying, in her opinion, mindfulness is the state that person can recognize his mind or body in the present time. Well done, good, thank you. Uh, and Tua was the
ค
first
รับ
person to send saying mindfulness is the awareness of something while meditation is the awareness of nothing. Further, Tua said mindfulness is to focus on the present moment while calmly acknowledging and accept feelings, thoughts, and body sensations. Mindfulness meditation is a kind of a skill have to train to know thoughts, emotion, and feeling at the moment. Tantoa, you copied from somewhere?
no ครับ no no
Okay.
Oh, woo,
Well
good.
done.
Well done, yeah,
Well
good job.
done. Okay, good job. So, so yesterday
ใช่ครับ
we learned about mindfulness or the sati. Yeah. And today we are going to learn the second. Okay. So we are going to learn the second one. I will share the screen. Okay, I will share the screen to begin with. Okay. So this was yesterday we study. Okay, sati. And I add more one word, that's attentiveness. Okay, smriti, attentiveness.
Smriti.
And this is from yesterday. And today is Sampajanya. Okay, Sampajanya, sati and Sampajanya normally always comes together. Okay, when there is a sati, there is a Sampajanya. When there is Sampajanya, there is a sati. But sati and Sampajanya are two different topics here, two different state of the mind. Sati is attentiveness. Sampajanya is famously translated as clear awareness. Okay, and I like the word alertness. Yeah? And also translated as clear comprehension. If you turn the dictionaries, Buddhist dictionaries, you will see this term clear comprehension, which means being aware in the present moment. Now, do you see the difference? Sati is being mindful of past, present, and the future. So here, Sampajanya, being aware in the present moment or being mindful in the present moment, which means being aware of mindful act at its every moment while it is taking place. Okay, so only in the moment. And the purpose of this Sampajanya is to cultivate a clear understanding and realization of true nature. Right? Because everything is constantly changing. And yesterday, Tanchip mentioned about it, how this change, and there is no present. So this is how it Sampajanya means. So we're aware of that subtlety and being alert and awake at all the time. And here I break down the word Sampajanya. Sampajanya comes from Sampajana, to means to know correctly. Sampajana means to know correctly. Actually, jhana is knowledge. Pa is base or established. Sam is rightly or correctly, entirely or and equally. So there are three meanings of sam: rightly or correctly, entirely and equally. So that's why Sampajanya means one who knows or seeing precisely, seeing everything in its entirely. So that is Sampajanya. And Sampajanya, now if we turn to the further explanation, here there are four kinds of Sampajanyas or awareness, clear awareness. Okay? And that is whatever we do, whether that is beneficial or not, whether that is suitable or not, or whether that is a domain or not, or accessible or not, and there is no delusion of the object that you are paying attention to. So basically anything that is arising and you able to comprehend it in its entirety, okay, in its entirely, and that is a clear comprehension, and this is a wisdom part. That's a cutting the defilements, cutting any defilements to arise. Okay? And here you see the picture: oxygen, heat, and fuel. So this is a fire, and here mindfulness is like a fire, and a clear comprehension is like a light. So clear comprehension always comes along with the mindfulness. Okay, always comes with the sati. But what we need to know is knowing in its entirely is comprehensive understanding of the object is Sampajanya. Okay, so this is a short presentation for the discussion topic today. Now I want you to share your thoughts on it. Okay, and now I'm going to stop the screen. Okay, and I want you all to share, similar to the yesterday. Okay. Right. Okay. It's now time for the discussion. Now tell me, what do you understand of Sampajanya? Any questions? Okay, let's go to question first. Anyone has got a question?
What is inaccessible?
Inaccessible. That's when you are having an object, and sometimes whether that is accessible in a sense. Basically, a domain is the right one.
Domain.
Yeah, domain.
Domain.
Yeah.
Like the domain of the object.
Yeah, domain of the object.
And what's outside the object you can't find.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I get it. Like yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You want to see more, but you can't.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Anyone has that question?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
ถามเลยวันนี้งงมาก
what 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 the difference between sati and sampajanya?
Okay, so sati is being mindful of object which continues but hasn't got the wisdom yet. That's why I said at the end slide, last slide, sati is like a fire. Sampajanya is like a light that comes from fire.
อ๋อสัมปชัญญะ is the wisdom.
Wisdom, yes.
That's right.
Sampajana is knowledge. Yeah, Sampajana is wisdom. Sampajanya, janya means one who knows. Okay. Sampajanya is a person who has known exactly what's going on.
So you use sati to
Have that.
have.
I will show you the last, another one last slide.
สัมปชัญญะ you mean person.
Person, yes. This is what the Sampajanya means. Or sometimes you can use it as a mindfulness. Okay. So to be attentive, closely and precisely knowing it. To be aware of the object. Yeah. Be mindful of it. Watch it.
Object เดี๋ยว please I want to know object is ความมุ่งหมายหรือเปล่าเจ้าคะ
Object คืออารมณ์
อารมณ์
อ๋อ
Okay. Take a note of it. Observe it. Try to see it clearly.
เหมือนกำหนดเงี้ยใช่ไหมเจ้าคะ
Huh?
เหมือนโน้ตอะที่ว่าโน้ตคือกำหนด ใช่ไหม
Yeah.
Can I ask a question again?
Mhm.
The Sampajanya also show you the limit of your awareness, like the limit, basically the limit of what you can be aware of, what you can know about an object that arises.
No. Sampajana, anything that arises
Okay.
and you know its entirety. There is a simile given when you throw a stone.
Mhm.
You throw a stone and you know from when the stone touches the surface of the water.
Mhm.
So you're able to feel the water will cover the stone all
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
So you know entirely of that.
Okay. I see.
There's the limit.
ขอบคุณครับสาธุครับ
Okay, so these are the words that you can use to talk to someone about the meditation too. When you teach meditation, again, these are the main important words you can use it to teach. Okay. ภาษาไทยอ่ะรู้ตัวทั่วพร้อม
ใช่ใช่
อันก็คือ so that is รู้ตัวทั่วพร้อม know entirely
รู้ตัวทั่วพร้อมหมายถึงว่ารวมๆก็คือมีทั้งสติมีทั้งสัมปชัญญะใช่ไหมเจ้าค่ะ
ใช่
สติเกิดก่อน
สติมันคนละส่วนกัน Okay, all right.
mindfulness begins
Mindfulness.
before สัมปชัญญะ
Yeah.
สติ light of fire สัมปชัญญะ is light แสงสว่าง
Okay.
เหมือนแบบ
Okay, speak in English, please.
try it
Who is going to explain some more? Say something.
Normal.
Now, what is Sampajanya?
I think in my opinion Sampajanya is when we do activity, I know that I do it, such as reading, take a bath,
Mm.
and know that it is it has benefit for me to do that.
Mm.
ใช่ไหม
Yes.
It's a good
Mm.
good activity to do ปาทกะสัมปชัญญะ
Ah.
แม่นบ่
So there are few words to know. One is comprehension. Okay. And Sampajanya, as first word is a comprehension. The second word is alertness. Third is awareness. Okay. There are 3 words. So let me show you. Okay, here. First word. Comprehension. Alertness. Awareness. So that is a Sampajanya. You can explain Sampajanya in this way. Okay. So comprehension means any object that arises, you have a full understanding of that. You're able to comprehend it in its entirely. Okay. Okay. Comprehension. Able to comprehend completely. Comprehension แปลว่าอะไร
ความเข้าใจครับ
ใจ
นะ
Understanding.
ความเข้าใจทำความเข้าใจ
ความเข้าใจ comprehension ความเข้าใจหรือ understanding ใช่ไหม
yes
understanding เข้าใจ อันนี้เขาเรียกรู้ตัวทั่วพร้อมเนี่ย comprehension เนี่ยคำว่า comprehension ตัวเดียวอ่ะ
Entirety.
oh entirety
แปลว่ารู้ทั้งตัว
ทีนี้ so comprehension that's why knowing everything about that object. Suppose rising, you know the rising from the beginning to the end. Beginning, middle, and the end. Same with the breath, breathing. You know from the beginning to the end as it arises, when it begins and it fades. Ability to comprehend it completely and in that way. And you're alert at all the time. Your mind is sharp. At each time when it arises, you can catch it. You know that. So mind is alert. ตื่นตัวอยู่เสมอ Sampajanya ตื่นตัวอยู่เสมอ alertness. อะไรก็ตามที่เกิดขึ้น สามารถกำหนดได้ทันที ไม่เผลอ ไม่มัว so alertness is that
แล้วถ้าเรามีสติมันต้องมีสัมปชัญญะตามมาทุกครั้งไหมเจ้าค่ะ
ต้องมี
อืม
นะ so that's alertness is always attentively present there to be mindful of what is arising. There is
เป็นไป
no
ได้ยากเนาะ
there is no fuzziness. There is no dullness. There is no confusion.
No doubt,
confusion
no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
โอ้
at
นิวรณ์
Okay. And here, this alertness, we have to balance. It comes with a balance.
balance
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 5 faculties.
balance five
Five
Okay.
faculties. Phala
อ๋อพละห้า
ศรัทธาวิริยะ
พวกเขาที่แปลว่าพละเหรอ
Phala
เขาที่
What are the Phala faculties? 5 faculties.
faith
Faith, yes.
effort
Right.
mindfulness
Okay. Effort and mindfulness.
concentration
อินทรีย์ห้าพละห้า
Mindfulness and concentration.
Concentration
and wisdom
and wisdom. Yeah.
มี
So
อะไร
this
นะ
needs to be
ศรัทธา
balanced.
ศรัทธาสติสมาธิ ปัญญา
ศรัทธาวิริยะศรัทธาวิริยะสติสมาธิปัญญา
ญา
Okay. So here, when you are practicing Sampajanya, that time, when your mind is alert, awake, sharp to know the object, that time you have to check these 5 faculties, whether they are balanced or not. Yeah? Faith and wisdom needs to be balanced at that time. Effort and concentration need to be balanced at that time. The mindfulness, the more you have, the better. Okay.
Mhm.
So
วิ
this
ริยะนี่ effort เหรอเจ้าค่ะ
effort.
แม้น
อ๋อ
yes
effort อ๋อ
Okay.
ศรัทธาคือ faith
faith
อ๋อ
If you have
Faith,
too much effort, you make
จับ
you
คู่กับ wisdom
Okay. So anyone wants to say anything about 5 faculties? And Chip, tell something. 5 faculties.
if one has too much faith and less wisdom, that one will be like believe in something like a foolish guy, something like that. And if one is wise, too wise, have too much wisdom, that one will be stubborn. Yeah,
ฟุ้งซ่า
to
น
be
ใช่ไหม
stubborn. No, ดื้อรั้น
Hmm.
stubborn and hard to believe other and it's hard to believe other teaching. And if we have too much effort, we will be distracted. This is ฟุ้งซ่าน
อืม
Yes.
ฟุ้ง
And
ซ่าน
if
ภาษาอังกฤษว่าอะไรอะเจ้าคะ
be distracted
Distracted.
distracted
like restless.
and
Restless. Restless.
อ๋อ restless
Like nervous.
And if we have too much concentration, sometimes we will be sleepy
Hmm.
when we are meditating.
Yeah.
Not like we have less sleep, something
Yeah,
like that.
too
Not
much.
like that. Yeah. And the most important thing is mindfulness. Mindfulness can, if we have more and more mindfulness, mindfulness can balance anything, all of faculty or what? How do you call it? I forgot.
Faculties.
Faculties, yeah. All of faculties. Mindfulness is the most important thing that we should make it happen.
Okay. Tantua,
Yes.
tell us about 5 faculties. Falaha. Tell us about Falaha.
รู้เรื่องเลยอะครับ
ละห้าเหมือนอินทรีย์ห้าเจ้าค่ะ
ครับ เป็นเรื่องที่นึกไม่ออกเลยครับ ใช่เหรอครับ เป็นกำลังในการปฏิบัติธรรมอะครับ
ช่วยกัน
เป็นพลัง เป็น the power to
five เขาเข้าถึง
อ๋อเป็น it พละ five ฮะพละ five is the power to practice the meditation practice the meditation ครับ
Okay.
เปิดไมค์อยู่ปะ
Nice.
พละห้าพละห้ามีอะไร
I have a question. Alertness or hyper แตกต่างกันยังไงครับ
Alertness นะ Alertness you are mindful, you know what's going on. Hyper you don't know.
Hyper awareness, hyper alertness.
No, just the hyper. What is the difference between alertness and hyper?
What's hyper?
Hyper.
Hyper.
Yeah, hyper. Yeah.
hyper สมาธิสั้น
Hyper, if you're hyper, you're always shaking and you want to move, you want to do this. You don't want to stay and calmly look and know what's happening.
You are not control of yourself.
Yeah.
That's
not
it.
control.
You wanna like shake.
Yeah. Well, alertness is about your mind. Hyper is about the physical. Yeah.
It's like when you're a kid and you had too much sugar. You want to run. Don't want to sit down.
กินน้ำตาลมากไปเงี้ยเหรอเจ้าคะ
Children, when they eat sugar or chocolates, they become a hyper.
In Thai word in Thai word
I am the one.
Thai word น่าใช้คำว่าดีด
ดี ใช่
Okay. So
hyper is ดีด in Thai word
hyper slang word is
Overactive.
ดี
ใช่
yes,
good word,
hyper
yeah.
is overactive. Yeah,
And
hyper.
also we say hyperactive.
aggressive
Okay. So, Monit,
เจ้าค่ะ
tell us something.
I think 5 faculty is same as 5 horse เหมือนม้า5 ตัว 5 horse and the leader is mindfulness and the rest is balance into couples faith balance with wisdom and effort balance with concentration if it's not balanced, it will cause us mistake.
Okay,
If you
so
know,
when you meditate, at that time, when one object arises, at that time, that object, when you recognize that, how you find these 5 faculties there?
วันนี้
ใช่อ่ะหมายถึงว่าหาเจอไหมเงี้ยเหรอเจ้าคะ
ใช่ เวลานั่งสมาธิเจออารมณ์เนี่ยอารมณ์เกิดขึ้นปั๊บเรากำหนดอารมณ์ได้ทันทีพละห้าเกิดตรงไหน
ก็เกิดตรงนั้นอ่ะ
For me, I think I found 5 faculties when I can control or I can follow my mind. I can be mindful and I can be aware, and that is because of 5 faculties that that is the cause of our power of our mind. Yeah. So we have enough power to know it. We have enough power to make it in control. Yeah. Something like that.
Okay.
Not being out of control because of something that always come to our mind.
Okay. So, do you want to say something?
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of practice to find the balance. I'm quite new, so sometimes I'm starting to realize that if I'm not having a fruitful time with my meditation, it's because one of these things is too high or too low. So I think it takes you just need to do it a lot, to meditate a lot to figure out exactly the perfect combination for our own temperaments.
Do you understand temperament?
I don't understand him.
Temperament.
That is only one word that I'm not sure.
Yeah. Chalit.
จริต
Oh, how do you spell that?
จริตภาษาอังกฤษว่าอะไรนะเจ้าคะ
Temperament.
อ๋อ
Temperament.
temperament temperament
Yeah.
เหมือน temperature เลย temperament
Temperament.
นี่ก็จริต
So yeah, I think some of us have, even before we start meditation, we have one thing that we are better at, or something that we are better at. So I think for me, I was better at effort, whereas concentration is very, very weak. So it just need to figure out how to balance the two in my meditation.
For me,
บอกว่าอะไรนะ ถ้าสมาธิน้อยไป
English
ใช่ไหม
please
เจ้าคะ
English please
for me, I think I'm good at wisdom because I'm hardly to believe in something, and but now it can be balanced. But before this, it could not.
Hey
Because
guys.
it was hard to believe in something. It was hard to believe in the teaching, and I had to think a lot. I had to realize a lot, and prove a lot by myself. If I can prove by myself, so then I could believe.
I think I had the same issue. Very not trusting very easily what is told. Always there is a doubt.
Yeah.
Like really, but then I feel like after, especially after becoming a monk, sometimes my faith is very high, and then I would say, in a way, my wisdom is quite blind. Like I believe something too much, and if I start um, doubting too much, then the faith would decrease, and my effort would also decrease because of that.
Yeah.
So it's like a very fine balance to not easily accept, and also to have faith and confidence.
ทำตัว
yes ครับ
what is your note on
again please
can you summarize what Tanchip and Tantita Dhammo says
โอ้โห
Good luck, bro. Just two things, or three things that you can summarize.
summarize
บาลานซ์
โยกควา
มี
ม
คำว่าบาลานซ์ใช่ไหมครับ
Little bit.
ว่าเขาคุยอะไรกันอ่ะ เมื่อกี้สรุปอ่ะเจ้าค่ะ
นั่นน่ะสิครับเขาคุยอะไรกัน
okay
เอ
Monit can you summarize
หวาย
speak in your words
That is money.
เหมือนท่านทิฏฐธรรมโมจะ say that if the faith is decreased อะไรอ่ะข้างหนึ่งลดอีกข้างหนึ่งเพิ่มอะไรอย่างเงี้ยเจ้าค่ะ ใช่ไหม
no we
Almost,
don't understand
but not.
No, I don't
I
speak
cannot
Thai.
summarize
we don't speak Thai speak in English please
Furthermore, he realized that if his faith decreases, the effort will decrease also.
effort to add faith is it right
Pardon? Could you repeat?
if his faith is decreased so he try to add faith more and more is it right
That is not what he said.
หมายถึงเพิ่มศรัทธาเพิ่มขึ้นอ่ะ พอรู้ว่าศรัทธาลดลงก็พยายามเพิ่มศรัทธาให้เพิ่มขึ้น ใช่ไหมเจ้าคะ บอเหรอว้ายงั้นท่านทิฏฐธรรมโมพูดอะไรอะเจ้าคะ
Okay,
I
let
don't
me
understand.
ท่านทิฏฐธรรมโมพูดว่า ถ้าเกิดว่าตอนที่เขามีความสงสัยมากๆเนี่ยแล้วตัวศรัทธาของเขาเนี่ยมันลดลง แล้วเขาสังเกตเห็นว่าไอ้ตัวความเพียรของเขาเนี่ยมันลดลงตามไปด้วย faith กับ effort เวลา faith มัน decrease effort ก็ decrease ตามลงไปด้วย
พอศรัทธาลดวิริยะก็ลดเงี้ยเหรอ
ใช่เพราะมันไม่มีความเชื่อไงมันไม่มีความเชื่อมั่นมันก็ไม่อยากที่จะทำตาม
okay now Monit explain in English
why Tanjip said to me that whenท่านทิฏฐธรรมโม has faith decrease and he observed that his effort is decreased too okay
Yeah.
ใช่ไหม
Okay, so that's what he said.
ถูกไหมอ่ะ
Some
เจ้าคะ
some part of that.
Yeah, some part of that. So that's why in a Sampajanya practice, alertness is so important. To be mindful of every moment when it takes place, when it happens, and we able to check these 5 faculties at all the time. When we can balance these 5 faculties, then Sampajanya comes to normal. Right? And our alertness becomes wisdom. So that's why it always happens in the present moment. Okay? So sati happens in past, present, awareness of past, present, and future. But Sampajanya is always in the present. What's happening in the present moment? When you are aware of breath, you know the breath exactly. It's not before or after breath is gone and you know that. You know rising, falling exactly when it is taking place. That's why they're saying knowing and seeing, knowing and happening needs to take place at the same time. And that's moment you make a mental note. And this is happening. So it's called synchronize. Okay? And that's a alertness. Your mind is always alert to know what's going on each time when arises. And awareness, for Sampajanya, some translations says clear awareness. So that is having a clear consciousness. Your mind is so sharp that you know exactly when it arises and aware of that fully. It's called a clear consciousness, another word. Right? So clear consciousness. Your mind is no confusion. Your mind hasn't got any confusion, and so the object too. There's the yes. Okay.
Oh, no. What is it now? Oh, yeah.
So having a clear consciousness of the object and your mental state. And that is Sampajanya too. Okay? There is no fuzziness. You have no doubt. When you are paying attention to rising, falling, you have no confusion, say, in a thinking that, oh, is it rising or is it falling? No confusion. When it's rising, you know exactly it's rising at that time. When it is falling, you know exactly it is falling. There's no confusion. You have a clear mind, and that's a full awareness. Okay? Same with the breath. You know breath coming in and going out, know exactly as they are when it is taking place. Okay? So that is Sampajanya. And once you know like that, then you become a Janya. Okay? The one who you know, one who knows. And that is the Sampajanya. And here it comes the 4 types of awareness or the Sampajanya. At that time, then you will have awareness of whether that is beneficial or not. Hmm?
สัทธะสัมปชัญญะ
Yeah. Whether that is suitable or not. Hmm? Or whether that is sufficient effort or sufficient understanding or not. It's not like a half known and half not known. There's
สั
no
พพายะ
blur.
สัมปชัญญะ
Right?
visible domain
Okay? And the domain. So you're fully able to know that object. No confusion.
accessible แปลว่าอะไรเจ้าคะ
Accessible ก็คือเข้าหากันได้ไง
You know what's inside the domain and what's outside, or you know that there is what is outside you can't find.
You know, means basically you are mindful. Sorry, you're aware of wherever you are, whatever you're doing,
Okay.
and the object. Suppose, and here is the simile given, like a monk goes to the arms around. Sometimes his mindfulness is only when he goes out, but not coming back. And sometimes when he goes out, not mindful, but when he comes back, he's mindful.
Okay.
So that's that way he's become using the object in that way. Okay. And then last one is non-delusion. Okay, ability to rationalize that object, and you have a confidence, you fully understood that.
rationalize แปลว่า what's the meaning
เหตุผล
อ๋อ
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
make sense อ๋ออสามโมหะสัมปชัญญะ
Last one is moha.
อาสามโมหะ
Okay.
อาสามโมหะสัมปชัญญะโอเค
So now you can explain to me about your practice. When you practice, how much are you have a Sampajanya? Deep. Okay, Tanjip, can you tell us something about your meditation and how much you mindful and ability to understand this Sampajanya?
In my experience, I have faced before I cannot tell exactly how much I have Sampajanya, because sometimes it tended to to make only concentration without wisdom. Because at the time I was like of power of my mind, so at the time I had to increase it. But if I have enough power of my mind or concentration, so I do the kind of insight meditation that including mindfulness and Sampajanya. And I cannot tell exactly, but I try every moment to be aware of the even my physical body and my posture, and I know the touching of the air that comes to touch my skin, something like that. I think I try. I do Sampajanya every moment, but it can be every moment exactly.
Okay.
But sometimes I choose the kind of meditation when I meditate. I have to see. I have to watch my mind first. That oh, at this time I like off this, so I have to increase this kind of thing, something like that. But I have seen something in my mind that if I okay before I tell, I will give you the example that if you are suffering when you are meditating, when you feel pain, when you are feeling pain, you may feel that oh, the time is going slowly, right? But when you have concentration and you got happiness, and then you may feel like all the time I feel like the time is so short, but oh, it's already been 1 hour, something like that, right? But that kind of meditation is like of mindfulness and sampajanya, because it's only samadhi or concentration with one object, like the breath or the thing that we we are noting. But if you have mindfulness and sampajanya, the time will go slowly, as when you are suffering, but you are not suffering because you know every moment that you are awake, you are aware, and you will know the every breath that is coming in and going out, but you will not be suffered, and you may not be happy also.
Yes.
Yeah, you will be stable in your of your emotion, but the time will go so slow because whenever I meditate, I feel like oh, the time go quickly, and I have got a lot of happiness. But if I do the inside meditation, the time goes so slow,
Very painful.
slower than we are suffering. I don't know that you guys have experience or some kind of thing like this or not.
Yeah, no, it's true.
If you have this kind of experience, please tell me.
Yeah, no, I had the same. I'm only doing inside because my samadhi is not very good. Only a couple of times I managed to have uh, a proper samatha session. So yeah, it feels very slow. It can get boring as well and painful. Yeah, that time is just so slow.
Mentua, tell us something. Tell us something about your practice, meditation, your experience.
My experience of Sampajanya or
Sati and Sampajanya.
Sati and Sampajanya. I think I can do, I can, what is it called? I can feel that I have sati at the moment, but for the Sampajanya, I think I say I never have the Sampajanya before.
But Sampajanya is following the state, right? I think you have it, but you have passed it, but you did not know that is Sampajanya.
Yes, I think that. ครับ
Nice.
Now I think that I have a problem. My practice turn around is loop ฟุ้งซ่าน and then compose and then ฟุ้งซ่าน so ฟุ้งซ่าน and then so compose and then I don't understand my practice.
Okay. What does it mean, Fung San? What does it mean, Fung San?
ฟุ้งซ่าน is mean suffering ไม่ใช่ฟุ้งซ่าน is not thought have something in mind อะไรกัน
ไอ้เมื่อวาน
สาย
The train of thought.
the train of thought
Train of thought.
retrain เหรอ
Train of
เทรน
thought.
รถไฟพอเป็น
อ๋อ
ขบวน
train of thought ครับยิ้มให้ก่อนหนึ่งที
Okay, on it.
หวาน ให้บอกอะไรนะเจ้าคะแอนโกมึง Okay, I will try. In the first few years that I practice meditation, I try to note every object. As fast every emotion comes to my mind. And try to know my body by moving note to know in whole body. That cause me no time. So I realize that it is not it was the mistake. So I try to know just I know, not try to know everything. ได้ไหมอ่ะ Do you understand me?
Okay, when you go forward, when you go backward, when you turn right, when you turn left, where is mindfulness and where is Sampajanya?
Mindfulness is when
So Sampajanya means whenever you are doing something, you are mindful of that. Yeah? You have a clear understanding of that. That is Sampajanya. Yeah? In Satipatthana says, what Satipatthana says, Abhikante patikante sampachanakari hoti. Yeah? Abhikante patikante sampachanakari hoti. Alokite vilokite sampachanakari hoti. Sammingchite pasarite sampachanakari hoti. Yeah? Sanghati patta chivara dharane sampachanakari hoti. Like that. Yeah. Asite pite khayite. This is the most important here. Yeah. Called sampajanakari. So you are mindful or being or you have a thorough understanding of that as it happens. As it happens. And that means when you practice mindfulness, you know big chunk, but you do not know that anicca yet. Mindfulness, you don't know anicca yet, but when you have Sampajanya, because Sampajanya is happening every moment, and you're mindful of every moment, and with this, it helps to know that the moment is always moving, always changing. Yeah. And that's why Sampajanya brings the knowledge, the wisdom, that it is always changing. That's why when we are walking, it is not just the walking that we are mindful. We have understanding that this is going to change. And the very moment when you move another leg, you have changed already. You have understanding of the impermanence, anicca.
รู้ไตรลักษณ์ใช่ไหมเจ้าค่ะ
Huh?
หมายถึงรู้ไตรลักษณ์เนาะ
รู้ไตรลักษณ์ รู้ไตรลักษณ์ Sampajanya helps you to understand the impermanent. Mindfulness doesn't. Mindfulness only let you to know what's going on. Sampajanya is like a sword to cut the stream. Okay? Stream of thoughts. You can be mindful that I am thinking, and you go on with the thoughts, thinking and telling the stories, and you think I am mindful. Yeah. But the Sampajanya breaks the chain. So there is no thought. You recognize that I am thinking. So very moment when you recognize I am thinking, you have stopped the chain of a thought. Okay. Now chain of a thought is same as a train of thought. Okay. Chain and train, same. Yeah. So like that, and you're able to break the chain. That's a Sampajanya, because that happens only that moment. Okay. And that's a Sampajanya, and that's how you gain the knowledge.
สัมปชัญญะบอกว่าเราต้องรู้ว่ามันคือไตรลักษณ์ด้วยเสมอไหมเจ้าคะ
Sampajanya สอนให้รู้ว่าทุกสิ่งทุกอย่างมันต้องเปลี่ยนแปลงไป เพราะแต่ละขณะก็เปลี่ยนอยู่เสมอ สติให้รู้สิ่งที่เกิดขึ้นแต่ไม่ให้เห็นความไตรลักษณ์ เมื่อมีสัมปชัญญะเข้ามาถึงจะเห็นไตรลักษณ์
โอเคเข้าใจแล้วเจ้าค่ะ
So that's why the Sampajanya is a wisdom part. That's why it's called Sampajanya, means one who is aware of that impermanence taking place every moment. And that is known as Sampajanya. So you become the knower. You become a knower. once you become a knower, then only that's become a Sampajanya.
no ผู้รู้ใช่ไหม
Guru, if you meditate and you're just mindful and you're just calm, you just know breathing in, breathing out, rising, falling, and you just know that, that means you are not knower yet. You're just mindful. You have only, you are only satima.
อืมสติมา
Satima. Okay, you are only satima, not sampajanya yet. You're mindful of the object that is arising, but you haven't understood the impermanence of it. Yeah, you're mindful what is going on, but the very moment when you realize that this is impermanent, then Sampajanya has developed. Sampajanya has developed, and with that Sampajanya, that's why there are few words that I have given: watch it, know it, see it clearly. That's why. And that's why the translation is called clear comprehension. Ability to comprehend its impermanency, that this is not permanent, this is impermanent. That's the clear comprehension. And to do that, we have to have very clear mind. That's why I call it a clear consciousness or alertness. Okay, and with that, you're mindful of your 5 faculties. How are they working with you? Suppose you're meditating and you can watch the object breathing in, breathing out, and you gain faith. Now, if you haven't got wisdom, you think that I am best, I know how to meditate. And then you put more effort because of the faith. You put a lot of effort. Now I need to be enlightened. Like that. I need to be better. I need to be good at meditation. So you are pressing to make it permanent. So you have a sati, mindfulness, but you haven't got wisdom. It's a very moment when you have wisdom, then the Sampajanya kicks in. And you will take it, okay, this is happening, now it is okay. And that's called knowing, seeing as they are. Ability to comprehend completely. Okay, so any question? Do you understand?
I understand.
Anyone has got anything to share? Any question?
No question ครับ
No question.
A lot of questions จัดไป
มีหนังสือให้อ่านไหมครับ ไม่ค่อยเข้าใจ
หนังสือ
ใช่ครับ
English
บุ๊กครับ
ในเว็บที่ในเว็บที่หมอให้ไปอ่ะ www วรพุญ
เปิดอ่านได้ใช่ไหมครับ
I will upload it on YouTube.
Dhammastudies.
Listen again. I will put this on YouTube and you can listen again and again.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So tomorrow I need your presentation. Sati Sampajanya.
Okay,
รวมกัน
next
เลย
time
เหรอ
both.
Huh?
Okay.
both of สติ and สัมปชัญญะ
Yeah, so this is a homework.
โอ้
Short presentation and discussion, okay, on sati and sampajanya.
เป็นเกี่ยวกับยังไงเกี่ยวกับความเข้าใจเหรอครับ How we understand the สติ and สัมปชัญญะเหรอ
Yes.
And
So you have to speak, and others can ask a question. Answer. Yes.
tomorrow I will be absent.
Sorry.
Tomorrow I will be absent because tomorrow in the afternoon I have to go to another college to do the public speaking contest.
Okay.
And after that I think ท่านตัว also new normal method
เอาไม่รู้เรื่องเลยครับ
เรื่องชาไทย I will be absent tomorrow.
Okay.
But
No.
I will present the day after next day. The
Okay.
day after tomorrow.
เลื่อ
Okay.
นไปอีกวันหนึ่งไหมอ่ะเจ้าคะรอหรือเปล่า
เราพร้อมกันนะครับ
รอ
Oh
เรียนพร้อม
no, it's okay. I can watch later on YouTube.
Okay. So this is a homework for you all to think about and present about it, and we'll discuss. Okay. Anyone has got any question before we end our today's lesson?
Am I right if I say that the Sampajanya is with wisdom and mindfulness is some kind of concentration, right?
Not concentration. Mindfulness is being aware of
Pardon?
anything, being aware of things happening. But
I mean
Sampajanya, you know that anything that is happening is impermanent.
หมายถึงก็ต้องรู้ในไตรลักษณ์เท่านั้นถึงจะเป็นสัมปชัญญะใช่ไหม
Sampajanya คือรู้ตัวอยู่เสมอว่าเกิดอะไรขึ้น แต่ Sampajanya คือรู้ว่าสิ่งที่เกิดขึ้นนั้นไม่สิ่งที่เกิดขึ้นนั้นอนิจจัง
เป็นไตรลักษณ์ใช่ไหม
I have known in Thai that sati is samadhi and sampajanya is panya or wisdom. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it correct or not?
In my understanding, sati is not the samadhi. Samadhi is in the sati, but sati is not
Okay.
samadhi. Samadhi is your mind is focused on one object. Is samadhi. Your mind is one pointedness. Is samadhi. Right? Whereas sati is you're aware of anything that's happening at all the time. So it's always moving. Concentration or samadhi is you're absorbed. Your mind is fully focused. That's a samadhi. Sati is you know things as they are when they are coming. Sampajanya, you know that this is anicca.
ท่านผู้ชมสติ can we say that สติ is คณิกะสมาธิ
Is cause of kanika samadhi, right?
Kanika samadhi. Momentary concentration. You can.
Can you get upachara from sati?
Actually, the good sati is after upachara.
สติคือคณิกะสมาธิได้ไหมอ่ะเจ้าคะ
อะไรนะ
มันทำให้สติเนี่ยมันก็คือคณิกะสมาธิได้ไหมอ่ะเจ้าค่ะ
ได้
เพราะว่า
yeah
ใช่ไหมอันเดียวกัน
ไม่ใช่อันเดียวกัน สมาธิอยู่ในสติ แต่สมาธิตัวเดียวเนี่ยไม่สมบูรณ์ของสติทั้งหมด สติก็คือรู้ตัวทั่วพร้อมรู้ตัวอยู่ตลอดเวลา อะไรก็เกิดเรารู้ตัวอยู่ สมาธิเนี่ยคือเจาะจงอยู่กับสิ่งใดสิ่งหนึ่ง
อ๋อ
สติเนี่ยคือเคลื่อนไหวเราก็รู้ เดินเราก็รู้ใช่ไหมสมาธิเนี่ยคืออารมณ์ใดอารมณ์หนึ่งใจ
เช่นผมว่าพอเวลาเราเดินเราเกิดโมโหขึ้นมา เราก็มัวไปมีสมาธิอยู่กับโมโหอย่างเงี้ยใช่ไหมใช่ไหม
ถ้า
ไม่
ส
มี
มา
สมา
ธิ
ธิกับโมโห
ถ้าสมาธิทำสมาธิอยู่โมโหเกิดขึ้นไม่ได้ สมา
อ
ธิ
กุศล and กุศล cannot be together
นะฮะ
เอ้าก็เราไปมีสมาธิอยู่กับการโกรธก็ได้ไม่ใช่เหรอ
สติใช่
อันนั้นเป็นมิจฉาสมาธิใช่ไหม
Okay I have to go pick up tomorrow okay so make sure you prepare your presentation and ready for the question and answers okay each one of you has to present the short presentation and wait for the questions from other members okay and you have to explain on that okay so thank you and another 2 minutes left if anyone has anything to ask or anything to share
nice
all right then so we'll see you tomorrow okay take care have a good day Satu
okay Satu thank you so much
ราชการทุกท่าน